Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude.
Yeah, Jesse the Body says Ultimate Warrior's a lunatic.
Yeah.
I was thinking, he will become one. Jesse, don't you worry. He might not be one now, but he will become one.
Jesse is peering into the future. They do a little clip of them doing a pose down from the Royal Rumble, and they, I mean, that is a perfect display of how chemicals can affect the human body, isn't it? They are absolutely bizarre looking. Rick Rude's really, really good in this. Again, you know, he does a great introduction.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you high-rolling Atlantic City sweat hogs, keep the noise down while I take my robe off and give the ladies a good look at the sexiest man alive. Hit the music.
They show a woman who is really genuinely like, oh my God, this guy's so lovely. And it's that bizarre thing of like, you know, in the 1980s, there probably wasn't that much stuff for women that was like directed towards them that was going, this is, you know, lustful, you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, well, when did like the Loverboys or the Chippendales and stuff?
I don't think it's far off this. I think it's a couple of years after.
He'd get in, he'd walk in, Rick Rude, wouldn't he? He'd bloody walk in.
He'd walk in, he'd knock out the first one with an open-handed slap, and then he'd do his dance, and it'd be amazing. He was one of the few wrestlers who could get something out of the Ultimate Warrior.
Right.
And the other ones being sort of Mr. Perfect was usually quite good with him. Randy Savage always had good stuff with him. And as we'll see next WrestleMania, on one occasion, sort of miraculously, Hulk Hogan. But this is one of the Warriors' best matches. I mean, Rude is so good in it. He's working so hard. They do a nice pin where Bobby Heenan holds the foot down, doing a good manager's job. And then Warrior lifts Bobby Heenan over his head, drops him, and seriously hurts him.
And Heenan now caught inside the ring. Look at this, Gorilla. How can Rude enjoy his new title? Look what's happening. He deserves it, doesn't he? Whoa!
He fell very uncomfortably on this one, and I wondered whether he hurt himself because he sort of, it looks like he jars his knee, possibly leg, and I was like, he's an old gentleman. He did not land properly in that one.
Heenan couldn't wrestle as much as he wanted because he had really, really bad neck issues from when he was an active wrestler.
Okay.
So he was a great manager, but he didn't really like taking bumps. With Warrior, when he lifts him over his head, he basically should have given him some kind of signal that he was going up, and then he's going to drop him down. So Heenan can make sure he lands flat. Well, there's nothing. And so he's actually talked about this before, about Warrior just lifting him up and then really unprofessionally just tipping him over. And so Heenan doesn't have a chance to do anything, and he lands really, really badly. At least he hasn't got a match coming up in a couple of fucking minutes. I mean, bad luck, Bobby Heenan. Well, the good thing is they do bring back someone who we missed for the last couple of WrestleManias. Alfred Haynes!
Why is he back?
Because
once again showing why he should not be allowed near a camera.
Given 2 lines. Can't do the second one.
Muffs them up. Muffs them up.
Just a pile of primitive private opinion there from... Absolutely amazing. They have 2 wrestlers, the Bushwhackers, who are eating, and so they can't speak, and they have Alfred Hayes, who isn't eating and can't speak.
Butch, how would you deal with the speed of the fabulous Rougeau brothers? Just a primitive and private opinion there by Butch. Let me return you to a more civilized environment.
And to be honest, the Bushwhackers can't seem to pretend they're still eating.
No.
Like, I think it's a waffle, like half jammed in his mouth, pretending that he can't possibly stop eating this waffle. But it's clear that he has every intention of stopping eating the waffle. And I'm like going, guys, rehearse your goddamn bits, especially if there's variables like food, working with Lord Alfred Hayes. These are all unknowns, guys.
They have their match next with the fabulous Rougeau brothers. I mean, the Bushwhackers were one of those groups who were the epitome of this cartoon era.
Yeah, I mean, I remember doing the Bushwhacker walk at school, even though I never watched any wrestling.
Well, God knows where they came up with it.
They're New Zealand farmers, I think they're kind of like pitched as.
They were, in the early 80s, they sort of came over to America, and they're called the sheep herders. And they were insanely violent. They were like ECW in the 80s.
Right.
So they would bleed buckets, but they can't wrestle. They can just sort of fight and punch. By the time we got to WrestleMania 5, they're also a bit old, they're a bit bored, and they're cartoons, so they can't do anything violent.
Yeah.
So they do nothing, really. They walk around with their arms going up and down, and
they lick people, Mark.
people.
They lick people. What is the licking about?
I don't know.
They lick each other.
Yep.
And then they lick people.
Yeah, they sort of lick each other's heads, and they lick their opponents, and it just doesn't make any sense. I can't understand the thing of going, and so you're going to be doing this.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got your new thing. You're going to be called Peter Donaldson, and what you're going to do is you're going to just fall backwards onto your side, and then you're also going to spit up your own nose. It doesn't make any sense. I just, you know.
I mean, this match relies on Gorilla and Jesse, like, arguing American immigration policy at one point.
Especially now, because the rougeaus are American boys.
Well, no, let's not say that. Just
hey, wait a minute,
residing
Gorilla.
Here, Jack.
Wait a minute. Now, didn't your parents come from some foreign country?
Yes.
Well, then they're no different than you.
The rougeaus were not born here. Nice move there. Oh. A little bit slow on that one.
So, in other words, Gorilla, as far as you're concerned, tear down the Statue of Liberty?
No, I didn't say that.
People fail to realize that I've had a tie-in to Japanese culture since I was 17 years of age. I used to study in the Japan Karate Association for many years.
Weirdly, they were some of the first American wrestling I saw was in about 1991, it must have been, in Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
And I really remember clearly the Bushwhackers coming out, and my friend's dad was with us, and he'd never seen any wrestling before. And the whole thing, he was just like going, oh, what's this? And they came out, and he was practically within 4 minutes on his chair, just going, oh, yeah! He loved them. I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it's just the music or something. I don't know.
People look like me.
He actually did really look like one. But it was insanely... They were just like hugely popular. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Don't understand it. They were always terrible.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Yeah.
But the crowd love this match.
Yeah, it's strange, because they're quiet at certain times. Even when Andre's doing his thing, they're not really that into Andre this time round, which is weird.
The air really is sucked out of the room in that one. They really don't like that.
Very
but they love the Bushwhackers. Why?
What's
not
that?
Doing anything.
Well,
I like them in retrospect.
Yeah.
But at the time, every time they'd come on, I just go, oh, God. Again, it's that thing of, it was too easy for people to go, what's this shit you're watching?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's actually really good. Hey! God, they're licking someone.
Why is he licking him?
There's actually quite a lot of, like, when they do the TV tapings, they end up licking the kids in the front row.
Oh, that's not right.
And again, the kids are like, this is great, this is fine. Kids, this is not fine. This is not fine.
Never lick children.
No.
Never lick children.
I know, I haven't seen that for a while. I was about to say I'll go and Google it, but again, that's going to bring up a red flag. Bushwhackers licking kids. Ugh.
Well, Raymond can do that. Oh, he planted him. Oh, he planted him. Oh, he planted him. Oh, he planted him. Oh, he planted him.
Hello, Pete from Wrestle Me!
Hi, it's Mark from Wrestle Me here, and Wrestle Me You!
Wrestle Me You! Wrestle Me You! Wrestle Me Me! We're here to talk about something that's going on the Patreon. We are doing WrestleMemas. We do this every year. We give you 12 great shows in December, because it's Christmas, isn't it?
It's Christmas. What could be more Christmas?
What could be more Christmassy?
12?
We basically find the stupidest, silliest matches in the history of wrestling, and we basically talk about them.
I mean, what more could you...
Patreon.com/WrestleMe. Join us!
Happy WrestleMemas!
There's a really weird thing about wrestling where it doesn't matter how old you are, you can tell what's good and what's bad.
Yeah.
So the people I watch now who I like when I was younger, I still go, I like you, you're good.
Yeah.
The ones that as a kid I thought, this guy's crap. You watch them and you go, I was absolutely right. I'm not saying we should be putting an 8-year-old in charge of a major wrestling company, but it would be funny.
Let me have a crack first. That's all I'm saying.
You're doing very well, I think. You know, I'm excited to see it.
The rooster would not be happening on my fucking watch. The worst fucking gimmick, the dullest gimmick.
Oh God!
Is a rooster a big?
When he has
like...
to say at one point he's talking about fighting Bobby Heenan again. Your first match as well. You're fighting a sort of 65-year-old man,
and you have to get at least 6 rooster puns in and do an impression of a rooster, which he doesn't throw himself into, and I wouldn't either, Rooster.
It'll be. He goes, when I beat you, Bobby Heenan, it'll be a great day in the barnyard, and everyone will go, ooh, aroo, aroo. I mean, mate.
You accepted the challenge, and I'm going to take the best of a good opportunity. The Red Rooster's great. Can't wait to get his rooster claws into that weasel hide. I'm going to take out all this frustration. I am going to take care of business, and when I'm done with you, weasel, there'll be nothing left. It'll be a great day in the barnyard, and everybody will be going, arr, 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 arr.
Oh, no, I think it's going to be good. I think they're really going to treat me well. What are they giving you? You're going to be a really handsome businessman. No. They've sent through this fax of A chicken.
Of a drawing of if I spike up the middle centimetre of my hair.
Yeah, like a...
And dye it red,
it's like
pillowbox red.
Like a coxcomb. What's a coxcomb? If the internet existed, we could do... You know, we don't have it, so... But I don't know what a coxcomb is, but we're going to do that. And this is going to make you rich, is it, and famous? No. This will literally kill my promising career stone fucking dead.
Everyone talks about CM Punk and
Vince McMahon.
And instead of admonishing him, instead of having a big old go at CM Punk, he goes, "I smell money."
Yeah.
Right, this is the same person who was involved in the genesis of the Rooster.
Yeah.
So, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Pete, you've made a cardinal error here. What you've done is you've gone, Vince McMahon was trying to make money, right? Vince McMahon was trying to amuse himself by taking someone who everyone had said, he's so great, he's so brilliant, and him going, watch me squash this. It's madness. It's madness. Terry Taylor never ever he was the Red Rooster for about a year.
Right.
He never ever recovered after it. His career never got any higher than the middle because this thing hung like a millstone around his neck. You see the stuff that he was doing in the 80s before this. He is phenomenal.
Isn't it a lesson to any wrestlers? Don't sign your contract until you've seen the character.
Yep.
Until you've seen the fucking gimmick.
I think as well, you know, the thing is, the WWF was so big at that time that they seemed like they could do no wrong.
Yeah.
And you were going to be part of it, and it was going to be a bit of a circus, and, you know, but the reality is, you'd come out of it with a lot of money.
Yeah. Just didn't happen.
Absolutely not true.
Did not happen.
Absolutely not true. And someone like him, it's so sad, again, what could have been.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, they put him in there with a 60-year-old man. He beats him quickly, and, you know...
He has to.
Oh,
He's like,
God.
Bobby the Brain Heenan needs to run back to get himself lathered in some kind of painkiller.
Absolutely. And then they have the Brooklyn Brawler beat up the Red Rooster, and the Brooklyn Brawler is a man who's never won a match. He's enhancement talent.
Really?
So you're beaten up by literally the worst guy on the roster until that moment when it becomes you.
I quite liked his look.
Yeah. Enhancement talent. Yeah. He popped up on one of these Raw 25th anniversary things. Still looks good.
Yeah.
Still good at going on. He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
One of the few wrestlers from the 80s who's still going, alive, able to work with WWE. Who'd have thought it would come down to him? That everybody else would die and he'd be the last man standing. Amazing. Good on him.